Breaking news that could put $2,000 in your pocket this week. If you've been waiting for financial relief, this could be the moment you've been hoping for. Reports are flooding in from across the country as Americans begin receiving their $2,000 stimulus checks in their mailboxes. But before I tell you exactly how to make sure you don't miss yours, hit that subscribe button and notification bell right now because you won't want to miss any updates about this crucial financial assistance that could help you and your family. Welcome back to the channel, everyone. Today, we're diving into what might be the most important news of the week: the rollout of the latest round of stimulus checks that could bring much-needed relief to millions of Americans. We're seeing unprecedented movement in Washington as these $2,000 checks are being processed and mailed out to eligible citizens across the nation. You might be wondering, why is this happening now? The answer lies in the current economic climate and the mounting pressure on lawmakers to provide immediate relief to Americans facing rising inflation and economic uncertainties. This new round of stimulus payments comes as a response to the ongoing financial challenges many households are experiencing. Let's address the question that's probably on your mind right now: who qualifies for these checks? According to the latest information, the eligibility requirements for this round of stimulus payments have been adjusted to reach more Americans than previous payments. Single filers earning up to $75,000 annually and joint filers earning up to $150,000 will receive the full $2,000 payment, with a gradual phase-out for higher income levels. What makes this round of stimulus checks different from previous ones? For starters, the distribution method has been streamlined. While some recipients will receive direct deposits, a significant portion of the payments are being sent through traditional mail in the form of checks or prepaid debit cards. This is why it's crucial to keep a close eye on your mailbox in the coming days. The timing of these payments couldn't be more critical, with the holiday season approaching and economic pressures mounting. Many families are finding themselves stretched thin financially, and these $2,000 checks could provide the breathing room needed to catch up on bills, make necessary purchases, or even start building an emergency fund. But here's something important you need to know: there's a specific schedule for the mail delivery of these checks. The distribution is being organized by geographical regions and the last two digits of recipients' Social Security numbers. This systematic approach helps ensure a smooth and organized delivery process, but it also means you need to know when to expect your check. You might be asking, what should I look for in my mail? The stimulus payments arriving by mail will come in one of two forms: either a paper check or an Economic Impact Payment (EIP) card. The envelope will be clearly marked from the U.S. Department of the Treasury. But it's important to note that some recipients have mistaken these for junk mail in previous rounds. So, check your mail carefully. For those receiving paper checks, they'll be printed on blue security paper with the U.S. Treasury seal watermark. The EIP cards will arrive in a white envelope with the U.S. Department of the Treasury seal, and the card itself will have the Visa logo on the front and MetaBank on the back. Don't throw these away thinking they're promotional materials. Another crucial aspect of this stimulus round is the tracking system that's been put in place. The IRS has updated its Get My Payment tool to help recipients monitor the status of their checks. This online portal allows you to see when your payment has been processed and track its delivery status, giving you peace of mind and helping you plan accordingly. But what if you've moved recently? This is where things get important. If you've changed addresses since filing your last tax return, you need to take immediate action. The IRS has implemented a simplified process for updating your address to ensure your stimulus check reaches you at your current location. We'll discuss how to do this in just a moment. Let's talk about timing. The initial wave of checks has already begun hitting mailboxes, with the full distribution expected to take several weeks. The Treasury Department has implemented a sophisticated scheduling system to ensure efficient delivery while preventing system overload. This means that even if your neighbor receives their check before you, yours could still be on the way. What should you do if your check doesn't arrive when expected? Don't panic. There's a process for that too. The IRS has established a dedicated hotline for stimulus payment inquiries, and they've expanded their customer service team to handle the increased volume of calls. However, it's recommended to wait at least 3 weeks from the expected delivery date before making inquiries. One of the most interesting aspects of this stimulus round is the additional support being provided for families with dependents. Unlike previous payments, this round includes enhanced provisions for households with children or adult dependents. This means some families could receive significantly more than the base $2,000 amount. Security is another crucial aspect to discuss. With millions of checks being mailed out, unfortunately, scammers are likely to try to take advantage of the situation. Remember, legitimate stimulus checks and EIP cards will only come from the U.S. Treasury. Be wary of any phone calls, emails, or text messages claiming to be about your stimulus payment. The government will not contact you through these methods. What about those who typically don't file taxes? The good news is that this stimulus round includes provisions for non-filers. Social Security recipients, Veterans Affairs beneficiaries, and other federal benefit recipients will automatically receive their payments without having to take any additional action. However, others who don't typically file taxes may need to submit a simple form to ensure they receive their payment. The impact of these stimulus checks on the economy is expected to be significant. Economic experts predict that this injection of funds could help stimulate local economies as recipients spend their checks on necessities and other goods and services. This could create a positive ripple effect, potentially helping businesses and creating job opportunities. For those wondering about the tax implications, here's some good news. These stimulus payments are not considered taxable income. You won't need to report this payment on your tax return, and it won't affect your tax refund or the amount you might owe when filing your taxes. This is truly free money designed to help Americans during challenging times. Let's address another common question. What if I receive more than one check? While this is unlikely, it's important to know that receiving multiple payments could be an error. In such cases, you should contact the IRS immediately. Keeping or cashing multiple stimulus checks that weren't meant for you could result in legal complications down the line. The distribution of these checks also includes special provisions for specific groups. For instance, Americans living abroad who meet the eligibility requirements will receive their payments, though the delivery process might take longer. Similarly, residents of U.S. territories like Puerto Rico, Guam, and the U.S. Virgin Islands are included in this stimulus round, with payments being coordinated through their local tax authorities. Planning is crucial when it comes to using these funds effectively. While the government doesn't dictate how you should spend your stimulus money, financial advisors recommend creating a priority list. Consider immediate needs first, such as housing payments, utilities, and food, before moving on to debt repayment or savings if possible. For those who receive their payment via EIP card, it's important to understand how to use it. These cards can be used anywhere Visa debit cards are accepted, including for online purchases. You can also withdraw cash at ATMs or transfer the funds to your personal bank account. The cards come with detailed instructions on activation and use. The rollout of these payments also includes provisions for people experiencing homelessness or those without permanent addresses. Special arrangements have been made to ensure these vulnerable populations can access their stimulus payments through various means, including temporary addresses, shelter addresses, or through partner organizations. What about cases of deceased individuals? This has been a point of confusion in previous stimulus rounds. If a person was alive when the legislation was passed, but passed away before receiving their payment, their estate may still be entitled to the funds. However, payments sent to those who died before the legislation passed should be returned to the IRS. The banking system has also been prepared for this massive distribution of funds. Banks and credit unions across the country have implemented special procedures to handle the influx of check deposits and to assist customers who may have questions about their stimulus payments. Many have extended their hours and increased staff to accommodate the increased activity. As we wrap up this important update, remember to keep a close eye on your mailbox in the coming days. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to our channel for the latest updates on stimulus payments and other financial news that could affect you and your family. Hit that notification bell to ensure you don't miss any crucial information about these payments or future financial assistance programs. Share this video with friends and family who might be expecting a check, and leave a comment below if you've already received yours or have questions about the process. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the next video with more important updates. Remember to stay vigilant and informed as this situation continues to develop. While this information represents the current understanding of the stimulus check distribution, details may be subject to change as the process unfolds. Keep watching this channel for the most up-to-date information and guidance regarding your stimulus payment.